Hello, it's the Long Haul Gamer, and I welcome you back to my Let's Play series in Galacticraft. Since I left, I really have not done that much. As you can see, I added like one more storage crate here for steel, which I have a decent amount of, 14 blocks and a couple ingots. But mainly what I've done is been compressing stuff. So as you can see, I got a lot of compressed bronze, steel, aluminum, and a little bit of tin. I actually have more tin compressed in here. Let's grab all that tin because we will be needing a lot of tin here real quick. Okay, take it back and I'll throw it in here with all the others. Also, as you can see, we now have a total of 68 heavy-duty plate, which is a lot more than we need for our actual rocket. But we will be needing it in the future, so I just figured I'd make a whole bunch while I was at it. I already had 2 for my little demo at the end of last episode. And I figured I'll just make a full stack. I'll use almost half of that in construction of our Tier 1 spacecraft. One thing we need, though, we're going to need a NASA workbench. Okay. And I'm having some lag issues here. Okay, there it is. That was really weird. Hope I wasn't mining through and hitting anything else there. But anyways, like I say, we need a NASA workbench. Originally, I was not going to build the rocket straight off the bat, but I figured let's get it out of the way. So we need a NASA workbench to build the rocket. So NASA, and as you can see, this is the NASA workbench itself, and these are all the schematics that we'll be able to find on other planets. So like there's a moon buggy, Mars rover, and a Venus rover. And then Tier 3 automated cargo rocket, so that's a Tier 3 rocket, of course. Astro miner, Tier 4 rocket, Tier 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then electric rocket. Where's our Tier 2? There's Tier 2 right there. Okay. But anyways, we want the NASA workbench, which is actually really simple to make. We already have a lot of compressed steel, so we have the steel. We already have the wafers. All we need is some levers, 2 levers, a crafting table, and a redstone torch. And I don't have any redstone. The reason I just popped that hole right there is that the NASA workbench is really tall, and I actually prefer to kind of sink it down one. You'll see when I build it. It looks much better when it's at ground level. Okay, so there's our there's our redstone torch. Now we need levers, so we need a couple of stone and a couple of sticks. Whoops, we need cobblestone. I always get that one mixed up for some reason. I always think it's stone instead of cobblestone. So there's that, and then kind of handy we had the exact amount of sticks that we needed, and then a workbench. And now just take that, hold or click the move items, and there's our NASA workbench. Now, what I was saying about it being tall, if I just placed it there, for instance, see, it doesn't look bad. Actually, it looks pretty good, but as you can see, there's just like a plain old black block at the bottom. So I always kind of like to sink it down like that. I think it looks pretty good like that. There's like a little touch panel, like fake display there that you can see that's now at eye level. Like I say, it just looks so much better that way. Now let's build the rest of our components for our Tier 1 rocket. Oops, sorry about bumping the mic there. This is the Tier 1 rocket. So, of course, we're going to need 8 heavy-duty plates. We're going to need a nose cone. So our nose cone is just 3 heavy-duty plates and a redstone torch. And I said we had the exact amount of sticks needed. I forgot about the nose cone. So take one of those, a redstone, so like that, and then it was 3 more like that. So there's our nose cone done. Go back to the schematics. We're going to need some rocket fins, which are just 4 heavy-duty plates and 2 compressed steels. And we're going to need 4 of these, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually don't have as much steel as I thought. Oops, one too many on that one stack, but No big deal. Okay, then our last component we're going to need to construct is a little more complicated. That's the engine. Still pretty simple. So we're going to need a flint and steel for the igniter, a button, a tin canister, an oxygen vent, and then 4 heavy-duty plates. You could either use tin or copper canisters. I always just stick with tin. I have so much of both, it doesn't really matter. Let's grab a couple blocks of tin. Bring it over here. Whoops. And to make the bucket, it's just a simple U shape like that. And it makes 2. I'm going to need quite a few of these, so I'll just make 4 for now. Then what else do we need? We need an oxygen vent, which is just 3 pieces of compressed tin and 1 steel. So there's that. Kind of moving everything so I could just have all my rocket stuff this top row. Then we need a button, and that is stone. Okay. I guess that's why I always get confused. The button requires stone, the levers requires cobblestone. Whoops, that goes down there. Whoops, wrong one. Let's see, what are we missing? Now all we're missing is the flint and steel. So we need a couple pieces of iron. We need a piece of iron, not a couple pieces. And we need a flint. So grab some compressed flint, and this is just a basic Minecraft recipe, as you know. I believe it's just like that. Yes. Okay. And now we have enough to make our actual engine. And there it is. Let's throw these metals down there to be recompressed. Same with our flint. We shouldn't need any more flint. I'll hold on to that redstone. So now we go over to the NASA workbench. And as you can see, right now, it defaults to tier 1 because it's all we have. Once we find new schematics, we just add them in here, then unlock schematic. But right now, all we have is the tier 1 rocket. And I did forget to grab 8 plates of heavy-duty plating. So just shift-click them in, they'll go automatically to the correct spots. Now, that is done. We could pick this up now. But as you can see, there's 3 spots up here. And those spots are for cargo containers. The only thing you can add is chest. You can't add these like small storage chests, unfortunately. That would have been really cool if you could do that. So let's grab some wood. And you really do want to add these chests to it. So we're going to need 24 pieces of wood to make 3 chests, because that's the max. Because what this will do, this will now, so shift click all these back in there and shift click that. That'll make this rocket now with a storage space of 56. So this rocket will actually be able to carry stuff into space with you. So I could remove one, now it only has storage space of 36. I can't tell you how many times, probably at least every other time I build a rocket, I forget to add these chests to it, these oak chests. It's not a huge deal, but definitely for colonizing a new planet, you want to bring a lot of stuff with you. So there's our rocket. Pick it up, go into third person view here with F5. Okay. I always suck in this backwards mode. But there's our rocket. Pretty cool. However, we need a place to put it. And we're going to need a tier 1 launch pad. So there's a launch pad. Hold shift for more details. It's a 3x3 square we'll need. Fuel loaders, cargo loaders, and launch controllers can all be attached to it. Really simple to make. As you can see, you need 3x3, so you need 9. So a simple recipe just automatically creates 9. So that's pretty handy. Lots of iron. So we need 3 blocks of iron and 3 pieces of compressed iron, which I do not have any of. So let's grab 4 blocks of iron. Break one of them up so we could compress it. So we need 3, so just put 6 in there. Let these compress real quick. We're definitely getting into the fun stuff now. And there's our 3. So go over here, click the recipe again. Even though it's simple, I always just usually do that default. And there's our 9 launch pad pieces. So, I already kind of had this planned out. This basic launch pad can only be used for a select few rockets. I believe it's tier 1 through 3. Actually, let's see. Look at tier 2. Yes, because tier 2 is for the tier 4 through 8 rockets. So 1 through 3 use the basic one, and then tier 3 is for the 9 and 10s. So once again, it set a 3x3 pattern. So knock out that torch, and as you can see, it has a little riser plate there. You just click on that, and there's our rocket. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, it automatically defaults to that direction, so you can't even see the little opening. We have our rocket. However, this does not mean we can just jump into space right now. We still actually have a lot to do. First step is we need a spacesuit. So let's go back down to our crafting area. They're not too tough to build, but they are a little bit resource intensive to build a spacesuit. So go down here, type in spacesuit, or just space. And as you can see, okay, so here's our tier 1 spacesuit. It's the only one we'll be able to make right now. And the chest plate. So it requires an unprepared spacesuit chest piece, 3 pieces of pressure layer, 2 pieces of armor layer, and 3 pieces of radiation. The radiation one's probably one of the easiest ones. Actually, both the radiation and armor ones. The armor ones are actually even easier. So we just need 4 pieces of aluminum in the compressor, and it makes 1. So we're going to need 12 pieces of aluminum. So let's go grab some aluminum. So 2 blocks worth will give us 18. We need 12. Throw those 6 back there. Open up a compressor and make a little kind of, I don't know, Tetris piece shape. And let those compress real quick. Actually, we only need 1 of these, or 2 of these, right? I was making 6. Yes. We only need 2. Okay. Almost made an extra one. Glad I caught that. So those are easy. Those are the easiest ones to make. So now, let's go to the second easiest. That's the radiation layers. We need wool cloth. That's simple. Just 4 pieces of wool make 8. And we are going to need 3, so we're going to need a total of 12. So let's go to our wool. I have quite a bit of wool. Actually, I thought I had more wool than that, honestly. Where did I just got a whole bunch of wool. I wonder if I put it in the wrong dropper. There might be some wool hiding out in here. Nope. Huh. I think it's stuck in one of these other stores just did it. Nope. Oh, there's a feather in there. Pull that out. Oh, I also did hook up transfer pipes underneath these basins that will automatically transfer all the blocks into there. Super simple. If you want, I'll show you real quick from a distance. See, just that simple. Just run transfer pipes down, put a servo. Makes casting just a little bit quicker and easier. Eventually, I probably will pipe it into this sorting system. But anyways, wool. I know I just added 3.5 stacks. I must have been down on wool. So let's see. We're gonna need 8 to make 16, and I said we need 12. But I think that we actually might need some for the final one too. So I'm just gonna make 12 wool worth. So this will give us 24, right? Yep. And then what else do we need? We need lead, right? Yes, we do. So we need 6 lead, so 18 lead. That's simple enough. Shift click, and there's our 3 radiation. Now, the most complicated one is the pressure plates. Yep, see, they require wool. They actually require 6 wool per unit, so I'm going to need even more wool. And they need 2 oxygen, whatever that is. And since I need 3 of these modules, and sorry about that, I need 3 of these modules and 2 per. I'm going to need 6 total. So I'm going to need 6 of these. Let's see how much room I have for. I have room for 14. Definitely don't need 14. All I need is 6. So there's 6. Put those steel plates back. I'm running low on steel plates. Actually, I'm not going to have enough for steel plates. I could already tell. Because then we're going to need 4 per each of these. So I need 24 total. Wait, no. 4 times 6. Yeah, 24. And I only have 8. So let's compress some more steel. And this is our steel one here. So let's see. That will give us, you know what? 7 blocks and 1 ingot will give us a full stack of 64. And because I'm in a hurry, I'm going to split these up between all 4. 16 per. Doesn't matter which. You don't have to always go to the top corner. That is kind of the default one. I think you could even go like on the other side. Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't mess anything up. Let's see what it does. I don't know what else that would make, so. Yeah, so as long as you have 2 side by side, it makes the plates. Let this run. This will give us 32 more plates. Actually goes by pretty quick when you have multiple compressors like I do. $16, 24, which is what we needed, but a couple extra. So go back here, add these to the crafting table. I said I'm going to need 24 wool. So if I add 8 more, that'll bring me up to 23, of course. So I'm going to need 8 more pieces of wool here. $31. Okay, back to pressure plates or pressure layers. And I need some more tin canisters. Gonna need 2 blocks. That'll give us 18, so this will make 4 more tin canisters. Okay, so there's our 6 oxygen concentrators. I think that's what it is. And finally, go back. Now make 3 of those. Okay, I did miscalculate. I only needed 1 more stack of wool, but oh well. We'll use all that stuff, trust me. So, let's move some of this stuff in here. Tin can, feather, wood, sort. I think we are done with tin for now. Actually, what am I thinking? This is only enough to make one piece of my spacesuit. This is only enough to make the chest piece. So we actually need to do this 3 more times because we're going to need all that same stuff for the helmet, all the same stuff for the leggings, and all the stuff for the boots. So, whoops, wrong boot. So once again, we are going to need a lot of wool. I can't even think about how much wool we're going to need, so I am just going to grab, let's grab 32. See what that gives us. More than a stack, because I have extra there now. So, yeah, so that we now have 77. Lead. We need 3 more times 3, so we need 9 units. Each unit required 6. So let's see, 9 times 6 is 54. Whoops, I didn't mean to throw those. So we need 54 pieces of lead. That works out perfect. Drop the blocks back. Yes, I really was not thinking. Okay, but there we got 12. Exactly what we needed. So now we need 6 more armor layers. And once again, the armor layers were just aluminum. So we need 6 times 4. So 24. So that's 3 blocks. Will give us 24, and well, it'll give us 27. 2, 3. Let's just split these between 2. Whoops. Okay, well that's running. We're gonna need more steel again. A lot more steel. I am just gonna compress all this steel. And in all honesty, it probably is not gonna be enough. So I have 2 compressors free. No, this will not be enough steel. See what I mean about it being a little bit resource intensive? Now the unprepared spacesuits, which is the base of all these, require aluminum. So let's make those while that steel is compressing. So as you can see, it's just like a normal recipe, just with aluminum ingots. So let's just make a full... That's way more than I need. Oh well, we'll recompress it. No big deal. So, yeah, actually you're up here, right? Unprepared space. Not in the crafting table. Yeah, so these are them right here. So there's our helmet. There's our chest piece. Leggings. And boots. Let's go grab the stuff out of here, see what we're doing. See how far we could make this. Oh, we're gonna need tin for tin canisters again too. I think we're done with aluminum though, so let's put the aluminum back. See, let's see, we have 1 tin canister. Every one of these requires 2 tin canisters. We're gonna need 9 more, so we're gonna need 18 more canisters. Let's see what 6 will give us. $15. Okay. I think I'm still going to be just shy. Nope. Perfect. 19 tin canisters. So click one of these, click that. Oh, what am I short on now? Compressed tin. And I just draw my tin back. Let's see here. So I'm just trying to do some mental math here, trying to figure out how much tin I'm going to make. Whoops, 15 will give me 2 blocks and change, or 2 stacks and change. He'll give me 2 full stacks and then 7 ingots. Yep. Let's make a lot of tin. So use half of it. I don't know why I'm having trouble grabbing them. So I'm just doing 32 per compressor to make it go as fast as possible. First time I played this, I made it to like tier 3 rockets before I even had a second compressor. So you can imagine how long some of this stuff took. While we're waiting for that, we need some more steel. So we need all the coal we have, which is only 8 blocks, unfortunately. And that will require 4 blocks of iron. So only make 4 more blocks of steel, but it's something. Go down to our smeltery to make it. 8 blocks of coal, melts instantly, and we'll be back for those 4 blocks shortly. I might have to change some stuff around to make coal faster. But anyways, let's see where we're at with the tin, halfway there. So once again, as I said, we need 9 more, and each one of these pressure plates requires 2. So we're going to need a total of 18 of these oxygen vents. So we already have 4, so now we have 15. Okay, we're getting there. 3 more oxygen vents. Whoops, I don't know why I just clicked the circuit fabricators. Almost, there we go. Okay, got all of our tin plates. Whoops. Click the wrong part. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's all those done. Now we just need to see how many we can make. 7. And I bet it's steel we're low on. Yes, it is. Don't have a ton of compressed tin either. Only have 2 compressed tin, 2 compressed steel. Do I need more compressed tin? Yes, I do. Because I need 11 more, so I need 33 more tin. Compressed tin. So might as well just make a full stack worth. So let's see, is that tin right there? Yes, it is. So I need 7 blocks. Steel really is the thing that's slowing us down right now, isn't it? Steel should be done by now. For some reason earlier today it seemed like everything was cooling in these basins so much faster than it should be. Not that I was complaining. Let's see how fast this stuff cools, because usually it takes, a couple minutes to cool. It was taking a couple seconds to cool earlier once it finished pouring. That was when I was doing my initial pores of steel and bronze. Okay, this looks to be much more normal. And as you'll see shortly here, though, the servos will automatically pop them out and then transfer them to the chest once they fully cooled, just like that. I don't think this is going to give us enough steel, but it'll be close. Just wait for the 4 blocks to all slowly transfer into the chest. And there they are. Yeah, because this is only going to give us 36 more, which of course will be reduced to 18 more. Because it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So let's just do them all in here, or half and half. Get rest of our tin out of here. Let's move my canisters in there, move those in there. The wafer we don't need. Tin I think we're done with, so let's shoot this back down to be recompressed. I think I'm going to have to change some of the filters in order to get more coal, because this is really our limiter. Let's see, do I have any iron? Nope, I think we need a flint stiffened mesh, so let's grab this string mesh. I can't remember what I have to I don't think it's string, I think it's flint stiffened mesh. It's this very last one right here. Yes, flint stiffened. So let's replace one of those diamond ones, which is getting us stuff like diamonds, emeralds, and minerals, with a flint stiffened one. So we need some flint. So this should double our coal production. Now we'll have 2 autosieves working on flint, or working on coal, rather than just one. And we don't have a ton of metals yet. That's definitely not our limiter. Our limiter is definitely coal right now for making steel. So let's grab all these steel plates. And go back in here. Whoops. And 12. So we got 12. Okay. So that will give us 6 more. Hey, we're getting there. We have enough to make 3 pieces. So let's do just that. So let's make our helmet, our chest piece, and our leggings. And the reason you see like 4 versions of the space suit chest piece is because it's just kind of shown. This one has 0 charge, this one has full charge. But then this one has a built-in jetpack, which is really cool. So we need a heavy rocket engine, but to make that we need dash. So we can't quite add a jetpack to our spacesuit just yet. But probably after like 2 or 3 planets, we'll have a jetpack added onto our spacesuit, which makes everything so much easier. You know what? While that is running, we have another thing we have to work on. And that is, we need something to fuel our rocket out there. So we need a fuel loader. All this just waiting for coal. You know what? I've never tried charcoal. I wonder if charcoal will work. 64. So that means 32 iron. If this works, this will be amazing. Because charcoal is easy to easy to acquire with, just chopping down wood and cooking it. Let's see. Nope, charcoal will not melt in the furnace. That's why it has that yellow bar. Well, shoot. There goes that idea. Oh, I was feeling so proud of myself when I just thought of that. I had the wrong ratio anyways, because those are just pieces of charcoal, not blocks of charcoal. So it wouldn't have been enough charcoal anyways for 32 blocks. Have I got any yet? Nope. Okay, so back to what I was saying earlier. We need a fuel loader. Fuel loader. Advanced fuel loader, ultimate fuel, you just need the basic one. This is extremely simple. So we need some compressed tin, some compressed copper, a tin canister, which I believe we have one, and we have basic wafers. So we need 5 compressed copper. So that means 10. So we need 2 blocks to get 10. Shoot those other 5 back down the hole to be recompressed. Let's get our copper going here. Everything else we have. Click the plus sign. Yep, see, the only thing we're missing is the copper. Of course, we're also going to need fuel to load into the fuel loader. Imagine that. And we're almost there. We really are getting close. Fuel is not a hard thing to make, so we'll have that very shortly. Fuel loader. Shift click. Okay. And now we just need to go attach this to our launch pad. I'm going to need some wires too. I don't have a lot of wire, but I have a lot of wool and I have a lot of aluminum, so we can make a ton more wire. So go back out to our launch pad and we'll just set it down right in front of it. Just like that. So it's touching. And as you can see, on each side there is a different little icon here. This black one is for fuel. That's where the fuel will need to be piped in. So we're going to need to pipe it in from down below. And same with power. So we need that's what we needed our wire for. Yep, right side because it's actually connected. If I tried it on this side, it just wouldn't connect. Drop down here. And I have no wire or no power of any real means here. So I just like to run it against a wall. If you're wondering why I just run straight across. So we need aluminum. Let's grab 32 blocks of aluminum. That'll be more than enough. And 2 stacks of wool. Actually, let's grab that 3rd stack. Whoops. I clicked the frame, which rotates it, unfortunately. So this will give us 21. Okay. So that means we're going to need 63. Yes, 63 pieces of aluminum. Just like that. That. And that. And now we got almost 2 stacks of wire. Perfect. Now, with this extra wool, I'm going to make some, I'm just going to make heavy wire. So I'll make 63, good enough. So now we have 63 heavy, 63 normal. And I was just gonna throw it back down there. So let's go down to the basement, find a place to route it up to that wall, or one level in the basement. Let's see here. I actually have to go down 2 levels to get back down to the power level. And let's just shoot it right up the center of this wall right here. Whoops. Wrong one. Now take our heavy wire, run it back. They don't take a ton of power, but I do like to run heavy wire when I have multiple things connected to it. So I'm just kind of connecting it onto that the filters area, or the filter reaction or setup. And that's where it came up. It's not by a torch, which is nice. Pop a hole there. I don't think I got that stone brick. And I'm going to have multiple launch pads, obviously for the different tiers. So that's why I'm running this all the way over here. Like I say, it's kind of overkill right now with heavy wires, especially since it only requires power for while it's loading. And then I am going to have to run fuel right here. So we're going to need a fuel source. So there's several different fuel sources you could use to make for your rocket. Fuel. See, these are all the different fuels. Here's vaporized fuel. I think basic fuel will work, and that's what we actually want. I think there is something specifically called rocket fuel. Yep, there's rocket fuel. Let's see, the vat. Oh, yes, this is... I think this is actually what we're going to do. This is like the most sustainable version of fuel. You know what, I say that. In the future, this will be our source of fuel. For now, I'm just going to go with basic fuel, though. I'm pretty sure it works just the same. There's no downside of using it in a rocket. Maybe. I don't see how to make it anywhere. Distilled fluids. Come on, I know there was an easier way to make this stuff. There's a way you can make it with oil. Let's see, oil. Okay, let's see. Here we go, oil. Cool. Okay, yes. This is what we need. So we need to run it through a fractionation, whatever that is, still. We need to run it through a still. And we'll put oil into a still, and we'll get tar as a byproduct, and naphthalene. And with that stuff, you run it through another still, and you end up with refined fuel and sulfur. So, what was the name of that again? Oil. So we need that. So fract right there. So let's see how hard these are to make. Like I say, we're going to want 2 of them. So we're going to need 4 pieces of redstone. I think I have redstone in there. Yes. Don't have enough though. Whoops. I always click on the. That's the one downside of these item frames, is the rotation actually gets kind of annoying. And some gold. So like I said, we're going to need 2 of these. So, whoops. Let me break down that redstone first. Okay, so now we got those. We have glass. Nickel gears, which is just iron and 4 pieces of nickel. And Constantine gears. I don't have any Constantine. I do recall them being fairly simple to make, or I thought Constantine was... Okay, there's 2 different ones. That's the one we wanted, alloyed. So it's, okay, just 1-to-1 nickel and copper. So 1 block of nickel, 1 block of copper. We'll make more than enough. Actually, I'm going to need some more copper for the gears too. So that's why I grabbed 2. I say I knew there was a simpler way to make Constantine. So this will make 2 blocks of Constantine. Just wait for those to cook up. While we're doing that, let's go get some oil. I know there's some really close by on our map. We need a couple things. First thing we're going to need is some tanks. The easiest one to build at this stage is this basic fluid tank, which is iron, glass, and then iron bars. And I already have, I believe, 12. Yep, 12 iron bars. So we just need some iron. We're going to need a little bit of iron for this project. So might as well just go with 4 stacks right there. And glass, we have 52, so we have plenty of glass. So this will make 3 of these. Let's put some of the stuff away. Diamond mesh, yeah. Armor, I'll put all this stuff, all my spacesuit stuff in the armor box for now. Let's see, tools, I don't need shears anymore. I might need a pickaxe, I definitely need a weapon. And, okay, that's good enough. I do have a little bit of armor, don't I have a helmet, that's it, okay. Where was that oil? So let's go to our map with J. Oh, right there. That's the oil, right there. You can see the black mark. So, wait, where was it? Okay, so cross our bridge and then just kind of go diagonal. It's actually really close. So it's right over in that direction. Whoops. Missing one thing. One very important thing for collecting oil. Buckets. I knew I was missing something. Bucket. Equip our sword again. Shut the door behind us. Is the sun rising or setting? Kind of looks like it's just bouncing there. That bridge really does make things easier. That sun is setting. Okay, where are you, oil? There it is. Spotted it. A little farther than I thought. I thought it was even closer than that, but still pretty close. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to set a waypoint here so I could teleport back to my base, go to sleep, and then teleport back when it's daylight. So, just so it'll be a little safer mining. Jeez, a couple cows there. Okay, yes, lots of oil. So to create a waypoint, you just hit J, then click the waypoint button, and do new, and it'll set it right where you are. So we'll just call this oil, save, and then teleport back to base, and go to sleep. Well, sun's set, but it's not night yet. There we go. While it's doing that, I want to mention that you may have noticed that my swords are still, both of them, my original sword and my cleaver I have here, are both still made out of stone. And the reason for that, teleport to oil, the reason that they're still out of stone is because I want to upgrade them to refined obsidian, which we will be doing fairly shortly here. Well, probably in the next episode or two. Next couple episodes. So anyways, just use your bucket and scoop up oil, put it in. Each one of these containers will hold 16 buckets worth. And while originally I was going to get all 3 buckets full, I'm actually only going to fill up 1 bucket. Don't want to fall into the oil either. It's not awful if you do, but oh, come on. It's really hard to get out. You can kind of swim in it, but I'm trying to find the source block of why that one's so tall. Trapped on this tree, see if I could get closer to it. Whoops, bad jump. Oh, I have leaf above me, that's why I couldn't jump there. And I just can't jump, I guess. Oh, it's right above me. Oh, see, I'm moving at full speed here. This is as fast as I can go. I made a mess. Yep, this is the fun part about oil. You just get stuck in it. Here I was thinking I was being clever by just cutting down that tree. And I got myself into a real sticky mess there. Yeah, I want to do, anyways, I was saying I wanted, originally I was going to do all 3 buckets full of, or tanks full of oil. But, as you say, I have 12 buckets worth there. But, I need, room for that middle stage and then finally refined fuel. I'm going to need, tanks for those, so. Oh, come on. There's a block. Okay. What am I at? 14? Yes. I try to always work down when I harvest this crude oil. You know, I try to always get the source blocks up high first. Makes it easier in the long run. And that should be 16 buckets worth. Should be a full tank. Yep. Okay. Now we'll just break this. We have a full tank of oil. And teleport back to base. Okay, they did shut. Well, let's see. This is our kind of production floor. So let's set up an oil refinery section right over here. Yeah, this is a good spot as any. So we'll take our full fluid tank right here of oil. This will be our fracturizing still or whatever it is. Then that middle stage naphthalene or whatever it is goes there. And then finally rocket fuel, refined fuel. Now all we need to do is actually create those stills and we will be all set. And let's see what we have for, geez, still only 3 blocks of coal. So back to our fracked right there, this thing. So we have those. Constantine, that's what we need. We need to go retrieve our Constantine. Can't run because I'm hungry. Yep, 2 blocks. Because this will give us 18 ingots, and we're going to need 16 total. I think there's 2 Constantine gears per still. So this will give us pretty much the perfect amount. Let's see if I could grab them before the serval does. Yep. And I added steak. So make those ingots, make those ingots. This is actually taking a lot longer than I had originally planned. So we need 2 nickel ingots or gears. There we go. We're gonna need 4 of these. Perfect. Now only thing we're missing is machine frames. And we need 10 gears and more iron. How much iron do we have? Okay, we have enough iron. We only need 1 block of tin. I'll use the basic gray looking tin. Not that it matters, it's all the same, just different mod pack tins. So we're gonna need 2 of these. And 2 of these. And perfect, just like that, we have 2 stills. Put these down here. We have wires to run to them. We're going to need fluid pipes. Even though we don't need hardened, we'll just use the hardened ones. Let's grab some servos. So, one right here and one right here. These have the same interface with the configuration. So we're going to be running power into the bottom. Input's blue. So we're going to want to input on that side. Orange is output. Whoops, passed it. And then we're going to have an output on this side for the byproducts. So that should be the back side. Yep. So 1 input, 1 power. Even meant to turn that top power off. Okay, so the power's in the bottom. Whoops, just passed it. Output, output, power, and then input. Right? Yes. So let's grab some. We don't have any item ducts on, do we? Nope. So some item ducts, and we're going to need 2 of those. Okay, my item duct's already down there. That's what I was looking for. I was confused for a second. So we don't need, like I said, we don't need hardened fluid ducts, but we're going to use them. They'll work just as well. These tanks, I believe you could actually configure. Yes, you can. So we'll kind of rotate this model, and you could click here on the sides and right-click on them. Pull. Whoops, nope. I'm sorry. I want push, because they'll push the fluid out. Yep, you can see the fluid just drop there from that. And then here, so we probably won't actually need any servos at all. Configure. We'll have this one pull fluids in and push them out the other side. And then finally this one, we'll just have pull. So we'll pull the rocket fuel, or the refined fuel in there. So now all we need is power. So let's see. And then let's see, tank, and then there's the second one. Where's the power source? Oh, right here. I'll just run it all the way over here. And that should start working. Yep, as you can see, power's going in, it's heating it up. It's not exactly a fast process. Yeah, you can see the oil right there. Once that's full, it will put some back in, or it'll put the next stage into this side of the tank. Which you probably saw it briefly flash orange over here before it pushed it into this one. So as you can see, we have 150 whatever naphthalene, and that's refining it, and it'll push it into this tank, which will then go into here. And so we have 100 millibuckets of refined fuel, just like that. For the output, we haven't, the byproducts aren't that common, except for there's tar already. Okay. So, let's see, item duct, servo. I don't know if we need a servo, to tell you the truth on these. They might auto eject. Yep, auto output is enabled. Okay, so we probably don't need a servo there. I'll tell you what, I'll run a servo on this one and not on that one, and we'll come back later to see if there's any sulfur. Yep, okay, there's sulfur in there already, so we don't need it. Okay, perfect. Saves us a servo. Whoops, that's a fluid duct. And obviously there is going to be some lost in this refining process, so we won't end up with a full tank of fuel. But we should have enough to power our first rocket. I'm trying to think if there can be anything else we could be doing while waiting for coal to generate for steel. Oh, thermal protection. I don't know if we need, I think we do need thermal protection for the moon. It won't hurt. Thermal. It's AL, not OL. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of different thermal paddings. So this is the base tier. This is tier 2, then 3, 4, and 5. And as you can see, like tier 2, it really doesn't have any requirements, but tier 3 is required for when we go to Mercury the first time. Tier 4 is required for Jupiter and Saturn, and tier 5 is required for all the really high-end planets: Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and Aries. So, I'm sure we can't make level 2 yet. Nope, we need dash. But we can make level 1. So we need thermal cloth. which is just wool and redstone. And it's just like any other recipe. So for a helmet, you're going to need 5 and 8. So that's 13. Plus 7 more for leggings. So that's 20, right? Yeah, 20. And then boots is 4 more, so 24. And each one of these requires 4 wool. So we need 24 redstone. That'll give us 27. And what was it? 4. Okay. Whoops, I added my aluminum wires there by accident. And we are almost out of wool. But we have a massive sheep flock up above us, as you could hear them being really annoying and loud. So let's go shear some sheep. I made some platinum shears. Just because platinum you don't use. I can't think of a single recipe off the top of my head that actually requires platinum. And I have a ton of it. Come on, sheep, move. And platinum shears have an insanely high durability. I mean, yeah, 1388. So you could shear almost 1,400 sheep before they break. So I figure we might as well use them. I think for our Tinker Construct tools, platinum's not even that great of a material. Just wander around here for a while. It's amazing how fast you get wool with a flock this fat or this large. In case you're wondering, I'm just holding down the right mouse button this entire time. Oh, some of them already have regrown their wool. If you miss some, it's not a big deal, because literally there's a ton of wool you're gathering. If you don't pick up every piece that gets sheared off, it's not an end of the world thing. Any more? There's one. There's some pieces of wool. Now I'm just mainly wandering around collecting wool. Whoop, sheared another one there. And there's another one to shear, and another one. That'll be my last one. Okay, move away from the gate. Come on. And from that, let's see, we got over 3 stacks of wool. So we got plenty of wool now. Oh, and the quiet when you leave the sheep. It's almost too quiet sometimes. So, thermal padding, like I said, I need 24 pieces of thermal cloth. So, let's see, we have 39. So, 24 redstone. And then I'll just go like this. There's 24 pieces of thermal cloth. Send the rest back in there. And then just make all of our stuff like you would any other armor. Chest piece, leggings, and boots. Okay, now these ones don't go in your normal armor spots. You need to click this last icon here. And as you can see, there's actually 2 different rows of like armor settings. And the second row is for your thermal. So it kind of gives you like a little weird long john look. That kind of glow and pulse, kind of funny. But that's our thermal protection done. Whoops, go back to first person, because I really don't like playing anything in third person. And 6, okay. Not as much as I was hoping for, but I'll take it. I don't think it might be enough. That'll give us 3 blocks of steel. This might be enough to finish our spacesuit. Wow, then after that we are real close. I'm going to end the episode once I finish my spacesuit here shortly. Um, but we're almost there. The main two things we need now are we need a pair of chunk loaders and a pair of teleporters. Both of them are technically not necessary, but they make life a whole lot easier. Because two options are: one, launch to the moon, and then when you get there, put your launch pad back down, put your rocket back down, set up a fuel loader, bring fuel with you, and then relaunch back to Earth. Or you could put a teleporter down on Earth and then one back on the moon, and you could just, once you get to the moon the first time, you could just teleport right back to your base. It's a lot easier, it's a lot safer, especially because there are mobs up on the moon. There are also asteroids that fall and hit Earth, which is where we'll be getting all of our meteoric iron comes from the asteroids that will be hitting the moon's surface. They tend to destroy all your important stuff. They never tend to hit like just, brick walls. They always tend to hit like your rocket or your fuel loader or stuff like that and smash them and destroy them. So we'll be building a chunk loader. And the chunk loader basically acts as a way, if you're not on the moon, or if you're on the moon and no one's back in Earth kind of goes like in almost like a standstill mode, and your teleporters will deactivate. So if you have a teleporter, you need a chunk loader. And then once you have the teleporter set up, once you're back on Earth, if there's not a chunk loader on the moon, the teleporter will deactivate and you'll have to launch a rocket back to the moon. So it's not a huge deal, but it makes life a whole lot easier to use teleporters and chunk loaders. Chunk loaders do require ender eyes, and so far I only have one ender eye. So off camera, I will be doing stuff like hunting down endermen, trying to get that last ender eye, and gathering coal. Joy for that. Let me tell you how excited I am about gathering coal, of all things. So anyways, that will be next episode. We will finish the last prep for the moon, and we will launch there. I guarantee, I promise, next episode we will launch to the moon and set up a quick base there, along with a teleporter and stuff like that before returning back to Earth. So, or we might just end on the moon. But next episode, I promise we will be on the moon. I'm not calling it quits yet, because like I said, I want to finish my spacesuit before I leave. As long as this, hopefully finish my spacesuit. This should give me enough steel. It's going to be real close. This is 27, so 26. This is only going to be 13. Oh, I think we're going to be just perfect, actually. So 26, let's do 14 in this first one, and then 12 here, since they have to be even numbers. I think this is going to be perfect. This will give us 13 plates. I think we need 12 to finish our... Actually, I say that. I think we need 24, not 12. I'm just looking. We have 6 oxygen vents, which means I think we need 4 for each of those. So that's 24, not 12. I think we only had 3 oxygen vents. So we might not finish our spacesuit in this episode after all. We have 3 of the 4 pieces done. Oh, before we leave Earth next time, we also have to have oxygen. Kind of an important item to have when you're traveling to a distant planet. You kind of want to be able to breathe a little bit. So let's see. Let's take these with us just in case. Like I say, I doubt it though. So we'll have to chunk loaders, teleporters, and oxygen setup. That will be next episode, and then launching into space. We will get there, I promise. Yeah, we don't have enough. Yep. So, that's a huge disappointment. I apologize for that. Put these all back. Those are all the components we're going to need to finish our spacesuit. You know what? Let's put this on, though. Just to show you what it looks like. The space boots, really, you could barely even tell if you have them on anyways. So, equip our stone cleaver. Figure a good ending place as any will be right in front of our rocket. That is nearly ready to launch. Going to third person. There we go. Look at that. How cool is that? I really do think this spacesuit is really cool looking. So there you go. Almost there. Like I say, next episode, the moon. This is Long Haul Gamer once again. I want to thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video or any of my other ones. Hope you have a good one out there. Be safe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.